Hey everybody, welcome back. Welcome to episode 20 of Crusty Crystals. Crusty Crystals brought to you by Collective Beauty Skincare Studio. We will talk a little more about her later, but we love her and the studio. And episode 20, my goodness, I can't believe it's been 20 episodes already. Thank you, Jay, our producer at Floored Media. Yeah, we're just continuing to evolve. We're gonna continue to just see where the show goes, what changes. I'm thinking of different segments. Maybe having someone call in. I might do a phone call thing, but we'll get to that. So I feel like I should have like a little confetti. Happy episode 20, that kind of vibe. So maybe we'll do that for episode 25. Well, the shiny crystal. This week's shiny crystal. You know what? This week's shiny crystal is society. You know, I want to say, I think it's important for us to focus on like the good that we've grown to be in society, the changes that have been, and this thought came to me the other day. I was watching, I think it was a 90s movie or late 80s movie. And like, anytime I see movies that are themed about the 90s or the 80s, like I forget how rough it was. Like just how like brutal people were to each other, how like the bullies were like hardcore parents, the way they spoke to kids was intense. Like we've grown, like we have to remember, like, I know like in politics on both sides, they want to like show you the thing you need to be worried about. Both sides do it. We need to look at, oh my God, we have grown so much. Like looking at the way the kids are being raised now, like they look at like, I showed my niece the bullying scene in like this 80s movie. We were just like, oh my God, it's so ridiculous. Like we've come so far with all of this stuff, minority stuff, gay people stuff. Like people have become way more educated, accepting, understanding, we've grown a lot. We've come so far in all communities, in the gay communities, in Black communities, in Latin communities, for women. Like there's just so much that has grown, so much education that has come out, so many people opening their minds. And then, yes, of course, with progress comes people pushing too much. And you go, now we have to bring it back to the middle because we've gone way too, it's like, you fight to be like, see me, hear me. This is what and then you get the radicals and they want to bring it so much further. So we have to say, okay, you don't speak for us. We're going to bring it in. We're going to bring it back to normalcy because there's got to be a normalcy for all of society. But I just wanted to say like shiny crystal, us, society, we've come so far. We're teaching our kids differently. We're communicating with our kids differently. People are so like, more educated about like psychology. We talk about, yes, social media and the technology and all that is definitely a detriment to us in a way because of like, we're not built this way to like be like so connected all the time. But the good side of it is we've learned so much about like just psychology. Think about it. Like back in the 80s and 90s when we're talking about our trauma or like triggers or, like when you're talking about like psychological stuff or things that you're like, oh, that, that's a covert narcissist. That's like we didn't talk like that. Now we do. I think that's beautiful. I think it's great. So let's not focus and spotlight so much of the crazies, like the ones that are just pushing too much down everyone's throat. Let's not focus on that. Let's focus on how we've all grown and how like different things are. And I think things will keep getting better as far as like society grows. We just have to learn to listen to each other more and not even listen to each other. We have to learn to like take care of your own shit. That there was a saying that said, you can't worry about all of the neighbors shit when your own shit's dirty. Like there's something like that. Like stop worrying about everyone else's stuff. Focus on your thing, shining your light, like I said last time. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. I wanted to say that I'm proud of us as a society, that we've gone so far. We've grown so much. We've worked so hard. Everybody, white people, Black people, Spanish people, gay people, straight people, everybody, just like, men, women, I look at new dads, the the dads of today, and they're just so like sensitive with their kids and affectionate, and they don't shame them, or obviously I'm sure there's exceptions, but like I just feel everyone's doing a really good job. So I wanted to say congrats to all of us, and keep doing the great job. Keep being, the evolved spirits that everyone is displaying. I think it's great. So society, fuck what everyone else says, or like what, politics try to say, or definitely the trashy media, okay? Because they are truly, I personally feel they are truly a big problem. And more responsibility, I think more accountability needs to be taken on journalists and media, because it's bad. They're selling a show, people. Remember that. All media, all of it. Everyone's selling a show. So if they just talked about all the good things and all the progress, they wouldn't have a show. So remember that when you're being like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like poured, when they're pouring that shit into your brain, remember, oh, they're selling a show. So anyway, thank you everybody for being here. Episode 20. Let's go on to we are up to Scorpio for the Sign Me Up segment. So Scorpio, why would I want Scorpio on my side in a crisis? Scorpios are really good, especially Scorpio women are really good with dealing with intensity or any kind of like tragedy or any kind of like situation, like head on. Scorpio women, very like even keeled. They're not shaken. Scorpio men sometimes can be a little over emotional, so they respond in an emotional, like an emotional way. But Scorpio women, you want them on your side in a crisis because they are level-headed. They will keep it tight, keep it right, and they'll tell a bitch. They will tell a bitch. They will let them know, don't fuck with us. Don't come for us. Love my Scorpios. They definitely will they will let you know, like, you've done us wrong. So if I'm in a crisis and the Scorpio's on my side, we are in control. We are in, because I'm a Taurus. So Taurus and Scorpios together, powerhouse. Why are Scorpios unhinged in a relationship? Let's see. Well, because Scorpios, sometimes they have a little bite to them. So they feel that they have to they're very like big on revenge. I'm not a revenge person. I think revenge is so low vibrating. I think revenge is negative, and it's on a very low scale when it comes to energy. Like revenge, it's like you have to consciously be, seeking trouble for the person you're seeking revenge on. So there's so many elements of that's just low level, and it's not good for your own soul. So they definitely display some of that in relationships when they're unhinged. If they're being unhinged, they've got that, ooh, and the jealousy. Oh my goodness gracious. That's my answer. The jealousy for Scorpios. The jealousy when it comes to Scorpios, men and women. It's too much. Possessive, jealous. You can't look at someone in a way, or, God forbid if you're friends with somebody that they might think you're being attracted to. Oh my God, the jealousy is too much. That's for sure. That's the unhinged part, the Scorpio jealousy. So if you're ever going to date a Scorpio, beware. There's people who like that. I don't like that. I think it's like scary for you to be jealous like that. And I'm not into like being possessed like that. It could be sexy sometimes, but when it's like playful, but when it's real, oh no. No. That's too much. No. Scorpio jealousy. It's giving like, it's giving Dexter vibes, like I'm not into that. Not into the sociopathic, psychopathic shit. Well, there you go. That's okay. So toxic trait. I forgot that's the part. Okay. So toxic trait. So unhinged. Okay. So unhinged would be the revenge. The toxic trait, I would say, would be the jealousy. And their possessiveness. Like, you don't own me, okay? Like, you can't tell me what to do. You can't I can't be friends with this one, or now we're not, no, you don't make my decisions. Like, I'm not into that. Possessiveness for me is just not a vibe. So that would be their toxic trait. Healing retreat. What would a Scorpio bring to my healing retreat? What would a Scorpio bring to my healing retreat? I'm trying to find something positive and not be shady about it. A Scorpio would bring, you know what a Scorpio would bring? They would bring like sex toys, I feel like. I feel like they would try to loosen everyone up sexually. They definitely would. Yeah, they would bring, and they would think it's fun and funny, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna," and it's like, "Honey, this is a healing retreat, not an orgy." But I feel like they would definitely bring a double-sided something, you know, like a Scorpio. They're a little kinky like that. I'm not into that though. That's too much. I'm not into toys. Toys don't do it for me. This is not a Toys R Us. Like, I'm not into it. I'm very simple. I'm not into like the lube, you know, that's a gay thing, I think. But I've seen straight people use lube too. I'm not into all that. It's just too much. It's too artificial. I don't like it. I'm not into outside sex. Like, I'm not people, oh, you want to hook up outside? No, I don't want it. I don't need ticks up my ass. I don't need it. I'm not into outside sex. Like, I don't like that outdoors. Yeah, and toys, I'm just not into it. Not into it. Poppers, like in gay world, they use poppers. Like, there's this guy one time in the past, he brought poppers. Poppers, it's like I guess it's like a chemical, and it smells like gasoline, but whatever it is, it does this thing. It's like, not to be TMI, because this is not a sexual podcast, but like, we are talking about Scorpios, but poppers, they like, this is going to be a little too much, but there's no children watching. Anyway, they open your butthole up. It's like, yeah. So girls, you know, maybe if you want to do anal with your husband or your boyfriend, get yourself some poppers. I don't know where they sell them. I'm assuming, because I had this guy bring a poppers once. I was so turned off. I was like, he pulls this thing out, he smells it, and I smell it, and it's like in the air, and I was like, oh, I was like, no, I'm so turned off right now. Like, the thing is, like, I'm not that sexual that like I need to be so charged up on a popper, you know? But they do it, I think, because it makes them hornier, and it like makes their butthole loose. So girls, if you need that, if it's something that your man's trying, is Valentine's Day coming up? I don't know, you know, like, but I'm not a poppers girly, you know, but you know what? If you need that butthole getting a little loose, poppers is going to help you out there. So talk about that with your husband or your boyfriends. Anyway, so yeah, that's what Scorpios are going to bring poppers to the healing retreat. That's what they're bringing. They are bringing poppers, and they are gonna have a time at the healing retreat. So Scorpio, sign me up. I think it's a little too intense for me, so I'm gonna have to pass. I think that they're too intense. All right, Disney astrology. So here's where I'm at with the Disney astrology. So I'm a 90s Disney boy. Like, I love my Disney movies from the 90s. Not because I was younger, but just like, I just think 90s Disney is supreme. I think that you can't beat it. I think they haven't touched it since. You know, you had Alan Menken, who like did a lot of the lyrics for it. He was brilliant. I think they need to get him back, because it's just not happening for me. Like, Frozen was maybe like the last of the, I think Mona, is that Moana? I watched it. I saw it. It was fine. Didn't hate it. I loved the Hawaii vibe. But I just feel like after Frozen was like their last, all right, maybe. So I'm having a tough time coming up with Disney movies that I can continue, because I also don't really know much about old school Disney, like the original Disney, like Snow White, Cinderella. I mean, maybe Cinderella can be fun. Maybe I can do Cinderella. But, you know, so anyway, so today I was like, well, they do have like the Disney movies that are regular actors, not cartoons, like Annie. So I'm going to do Annie today. I think Annie can be fun. I think we all know Annie. So Annie, let's see, what is Annie? Annie for me, Annie is, She's an Aries. Oh my God, yes. Annie is such an Aries. She's got that red hair. She's got that fiery energy. She gonna find her mother. You know, like she's had that little locket that she held on to. She got out of that orphanage. Like she's a Aries girl through and through. Like she just was not giving up. Climbing on the bridge at the end of the movie. Oh my God. Running from those bad boys and girls. Like she had Hannigan coming after her. She had Rooster. She had Rooster's girl. She had everyone coming for her. And she went up that bridge. She was like, I'm a Aries. I ain't fucking around. Like I would not. I'd be at the bridge like, you got me. Here, where do we go now? But I guess it was, I forgot why they were chasing Annie. I think they were chasing Annie because she was worth money or something, or like her parents came to find, I don't know, something like, but I forgot what happened, why Annie was so valuable to them. But yeah, she is such an Aries. Not giving up. Not very emotional even. Yeah, I never really saw. I mean, she had a story. I mean, she literally was in a like disgraziad orphanage, and she never really she had that little sad song, but she didn't cry about it. You know, like I feel like I never got like a very emotional side to her. Like even when the dog came around, like Sandy, she just was like, yeah, take it or leave it. But she loves the animals like most Aries women do. But yeah, she such a strong, level-headed Aries. Then we got Miss Hannigan. Oh my God, Miss Hannigan. I'm torn with Miss Hannigan because Miss Hannigan was just miserable. She was not really like, I guess she wasn't, they say that she wasn't so mean because at the end she actually helped save Annie when they were chasing her. Like her heart came out and she was like, oh my God, no, I don't want them to kill Annie. So like, she just was cranky. So for me, I feel like Miss Hannigan was a Capricorn woman. Capricorn women are cranky. And, a lot of Capricorn women, like they get older and they're just kind of butchy. And like, if they're not happy with their life, they wind up being pissed off. They're solid. They're grounded. They do have good hearts. But if they're not happy when they get older, she had a drinking problem. She's a Capricorn woman with a drinking problem. And I've yet to meet a Capricorn woman with a drinking problem that was happy. She didn't want them damn kids around. She didn't even want that orphanage, in my opinion. I think that orphanage was given to her. But at the end of the day, she helped save Annie. She was like, she told Rooster, you better get your ass out of here. So, but she definitely gives me Capricorn vibes, 100%. Miss Hannigan, so Capricorn. Even like her style, her look is so like earthy. She's got that earthy look. She's got that, and Capricorn, they're the goat. So she's got that goat. She's built like a goat. She's got like that skinny, lanky. I feel like her hands are kind of hoofish. She's definitely a Capricorn woman, but a not happy Capricorn woman. Then we got Daddy Warbucks. Daddy Warbucks. Daddy Warbucks for me, he's giving me Cancer male, because Cancer men, even rich ones like that, like he like hid behind his money. I don't want no love. I don't want no baby, no kid around here. Like he hid behind his money. He wasn't happy. He wanted love. He wanted, who do you have? He had Grace. That woman, Grace, was his like assistant. I think they were hooking up. I think Grace wanted Daddy Warbucks, but he couldn't get past his little Cancer shell. He couldn't get past his little cranky self. I'm cranky. I have a lot of money. I'm still not happy. I got this big, beautiful home by myself. That is not a happy Cancer man. Cancer men need love. Cancer men need relationships. Cancer men need a partner. I've never met a Cancer man that was happy alone. Oh my God, never. That's why he's got Grace with him. That's a Cancer man right there. He's like, he don't need a live-in assistant. He doesn't have anything happening besides his businesses. But then Annie came along and melted his heart. Annie, that fiery Aries, melted that little Cancer Daddy Warbucks heart. I need me a Daddy Warbucks. At this point, I need me a Daddy Warbucks. I need me a man who's going to dance with me in the foyer and sing songs with me on the stairs and shower me with money and jewels. That's what I need. I need me a Daddy Warbucks, okay? And Grace. What was Grace? What was she? She was like, what would be good with a Cancer man? But like, you know what, Grace? She was like a Taurus woman. Solid. She went along for, she was along for the ride. She was, with him, supportive, pretty, aesthetically. Grace was very like classic. She had that classic look. Such a Taurus woman. And she didn't like Taurus women. Taurus men are more brash and big. Taurus women, they're more low key and like they're grounded and chill. She was the brains behind the operation. She was the, I got this handled. She was, that Grace was such a Taurus woman. Rooster. Oh my God, that little asshole. Rooster. Now, I think Rooster is Miss Hannigan's brother. If I remember correctly, Rooster was related to Mrs. Hannigan. Yes, that was her brother, I believe. What sign was he? I feel like he was a Sagittarius. I know I'm always shitting on Sagittarius men, but the reason I would say Rooster's a Sagittarius is because, no, you know what? I feel like Rooster might have been a Virgo because he was all about that money. And he was all about that money. He was very like relentless. He wouldn't stop chasing Annie like that. And he was he was sad, he just wasn't happy either. I think Mrs. Hannigan and Rooster came from a bad family. Yeah, I don't think he was happy. And then Sandy, the dog. Loyal. I mean, every dog is loyal. Most dogs are loyal, but Sandy really didn't want to leave Annie alone. I feel like Sandy was definitely a Pisces dog. Sandy was a little Pisces dog. He needed a bath. He was a little lover. He wasn't letting Annie go at it alone, He was like, no, I'm with you. I'm just as homeless as your ass. So, rags to riches, honey. I wish they made an Annie 2. Did they ever make an Annie Part 2? Let me see. But Annie Part 2 with the old cast. I don't like the Annie Part 2. Yeah, no, did they? No, that was a remake. They never did Annie Part 2. That's terrible. They needed to do. Yeah, everything is like Annie, a royal adventure. No, thanks. Annie Part 2. Yeah, okay. So Annie Part 2 was the royal adventure. Interesting. Huh. I might have to watch that. Did anybody see Annie Part 2, A Royal Adventure? Let's see if Daddy Warbucks. Yeah. And Grace. Oh, wow. Joan Collins. She played somebody. I think it looks like Daddy Warbucks. I think it's Grace. Wow. I got to check that out. 1995. Annie Part 2. I was in high school working my social life. I didn't have time to be worrying about Annie Part 2. Wow. I got to check that out. All right. Anyway, moving on. All right. So that's it for the Disney astrology. So if anybody has I think it's fun doing like the movie, like what they would be astrology wise. I think that's fun, but I'm not going to push it. I'm not into doing something just because you have to. So if anyone has any movie ideas or any ideas for that segment, because I think we're done with Disney astrology. I don't have any other Disney movies that I feel passionate about. And I just am not the type to do something that I'm not passionate about. So I got to figure that out. We'll figure it out. We're in this together. Although I got to say, I'm a little bit I know that many of you are listening, but, I've said comment and And it's like falling on deaf ears. So you guys got to pick it up a little bit. I need you to really participate a little more. So write a comment, share it, like it, do something, give some, let me know that you're listening. I know because I get personal messages, which I love. I love when you guys message me about it, but do the comments so other people can see it and we can get an algorithm going. All right. So let's do our voice note, which this has been a very, what's the word I'm looking for? It's been a category. It's been a segment that everyone has loved. It has withstood the test of time because so far the voice note really has been, something that we really do love. So that's been sticking. And now Shiny Crystal, those are the two segments that have really been like standing the test of time. So thank you guys for sending your voice notes. So keep it coming because we do love the voice note section. All right.
Hi, Thomas. Love your podcast. And I also got a reading from you a little over a year ago now. And it was such a special reading. You're such a talented medium. But yeah, I love your podcast. Listen to it every week. I'm a new mom. So whenever I have little things to do around the house, I always look forward to listening to it. But with that being said, I had a son in February this year, and I was just curious about how our astrology, sun, moon, and rising just work together, or just how that will affect our relationship as he gets older. I am a Cancer sun, a Taurus moon, and a Virgo rising. My son is an Aquarius. The sun messed me up. Whoops. My son is an Aquarius sun, a Libra moon, and a Gemini rising. And my husband, I'm not sure what his big three are, but he is for sure a Cancer sun as well. Just let me know your thoughts. Thanks.
All right. Well, let's get into this one. So both of you are Cancers, adorable. My sister and her husband are both Cancers, and I think that they're amazing parents. So I love that. And that's so funny too, how I love, I love when it comes all together. What was I saying about the Cancer men? Who was it that I was talking about with the Cancer men? Was that Daddy Warbucks? No, that's not. Okay, I thought it was a little more like coming full circle than it was. No. Okay. So anyway, Cancer men, love Cancer boys. They are my favorite. Love Cancer dads. You being a sun in Cancer, moon in Taurus, rising Virgo. Oh, that's another thing too. I was wondering because like a lot of times I do every time so far that I've done the voice note astrology, the person, I always say like, oh, message me if it resonates. Everyone it's been resonating with. There have been a couple of times where I would get like psychic hits or feelings and they would say, oh my God, that literally was like so on point. So like, I feel like it might be nice to share it with you guys. So, but like, I don't like putting people's like private conversations on here. So I'm not going to do that. But like, maybe we could figure out a way where like you could send me like a follow-up voice note. Like after I do the voice note on the podcast, and then you could send a follow-up voice note saying how it resonated or what resonated, and then we could play it back here. That could be cool. This way it's not so one-sided. This way you guys also hear if it was exactly right or if it was really on point. I think that could be cool too. But so let's try it with this person. So yeah, send me a voice note after this saying what resonated or whatever, if it didn't or whatever. Let us know. Okay. Anyway, watch. It's like the first person now. The first time they're like, oh no, that didn't resonate. Meanwhile, every other one was like, that was amazing. And then the first time we asked for feedback, they're like, no. Anyway, that's my brain being negative. Okay. Sun, Cancer, moon, Taurus. So rising Virgo. So girl, I got to say for you, you have all the nurturing signs, which I love. But what's funny is, and this is what's hitting me right now, your sun is like all air, every single sign, but he has one of each of all the signs, which is kind of beautiful, but it's all air. So what's funny to me is like you have all the nurturing, grounded signs, and it's going to fall on deaf ears. Like he don't give a shit. It's like if he had a little water in him or something where he don't care. It's like, it's like you and your husband are like, and I'm only going by your husband's Cancer. We don't know his moon or rising, but like you have all the depth and the emotional maturity and the emotional intelligence, but this kid don't need it. He's Aquarius, Libra moon, rising Gemini. He don't need it. He is not going to appreciate it, or he's not going to need it. He's off in his own world. That boy is going to, what you can teach him is groundedness. What you can, also instill in him is how to be grounded. But girl, don't try to keep him grounded, because there's no ground. He is off in the air. He is off in the universe. He is here. He is here to just enjoy the party. I feel a very like little social butterfly. Try not to let him get too weird, but I guess weird is perspective. So it's like if he does wind up weird, then that's his vibe. We love it anyway. And you being a rising Virgo, we're going to have to work on your don't be controlling. That's the thing for you. Oh my goodness. Your sun in Cancer and your moon in Taurus, and then the rising Virgo. So your rising is what you're meant to grow into and become. So you are meant to maybe become and grow into your organization, your analytical self. But because you're a Cancer, you might try to control situations because of like being sensitive or fearful. And that Taurus moon can give you a little bit of like a controlling demeanor, plus that rising Virgo. So I would say, oh my God, yeah, that now I really am seeing it. Okay. Your sun is here to teach you to not control. He is all that air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You can't control that. You cannot control it. I mean, he doesn't have any fire in his big three. If he has fire in his Venus or Mercury, then it really is like going to take off. But I feel like it's about control. Don't try to control him. You have to learn that he's okay. You can't overprotect. You can't overguide, and you can't overteach. You just, both of you and your husband are both Cancer, so you're going to want to protect him. But I believe that this boy was brought into you guys' life to teach you to like let go a little bit and not overdo. You might be someone who overdoes things out of love. So I feel strongly about saying don't overdo it with him. Okay? The Cancer, I feel like your husband, the Cancer, I feel like he's probably such a little cutie pie with his little cranky self, but adorable. I feel like you definitely wear the pants in the relationship. I don't even need to know his other two, moon and rising, your husband, but I feel like you have that Taurus Virgo. That's in charge. That's an in charge boss person. But you're the Cancer sun, so no, you call the shots, which we love, and I'm sure he loves it too. But yeah, that sun, I feel like he is going to be all about his uniqueness. I think he's going to be popular too. He's got the moon in Libra, which is like charming and sweet and pretty. No, he is going to be a person that beats outside the box. So whatever you do not try to create a box. That's my biggest thing for you guys. So yeah, send me a voice note. Let me know what this resonates with, or let me know how this sounds to you. Okay? Thank you so much for sending. I look forward to hearing your voice note follow-up. That's what we'll call it, voice note follow-up. So let me know. All right, my love. So that is it today. So my final thought today, happy episode 20. We're sticking with it. We're pushing through. We're creating, a little vibe here. I think just in general, celebrate the good, celebrate the progress. Please, I beg of everyone, I beg of anyone listening, stop sharing negativity. Stop sharing posts about politics and this bullshit and that bullshit. You don't know where it's coming from. You don't know the agenda of the writer. You don't know the agenda of the reporter. You don't know the agenda of the study. Oh, the study. Yeah, well, that study was done by people with an agenda. And I know that they cross-study and they do all this other stuff. Just stop posting. We have to come together and stop posting negative shit. I will never do. I used to in the past, repost. Oh, look at this story. Look at this meme. Look at this. And it's just perpetuating the negativity. It's adding to it. When you're about to repost or share to your story some political or current event, stop yourself. Because all you're doing, the people that are following you, you're doing two things. One, you're just so now you have the people that agree with you. So you're feeding into their anger when they're furious. Oh, I'm furious about this. Look, this person just posted this. So now I'm really furious. I agree with you, but now I'm even madder. Or the other people that don't agree with you and now think that you're dumb, or they want to mute you or hide it because now they don't want to see it because it's like they don't agree with it. So they're like, oh, this person's stupid. So now you have half the people that you have love for, or you don't know them, but they now think you're stupid. Or you have the other people that are on your same wavelength. They agree with you. They see it. They get it they're with you on that, but now they're angry because you're angry and you posted something, and it's just negative on both sides. It's not good, guys. So I think that's so important. If we can all stop sharing the negative shit, then the negative shit won't have anywhere to go. Let's try to do that. I know I do it. I won't ever repost or share any kind of like current event or political topic thing, regardless of what side, if I believe it, if I don't believe it, if I think it's stupid, if I don't think it's stupid, if I think this person's stupid. I don't care. It's not my business to be sharing it and just perpetuating and adding to negativity. We have to stop. So share positive stuff, share good things, share things that might please the people that are following you. Share things that might make everybody happy. There's a thought. Because like I said, even the people that are agreeing with you, now you're just all mad together. And then the people that aren't agreeing with you think that they either are better than you or that they're less than. Whatever it is, it's never good. So I say love each other or don't, but stop posting negative things. Love you guys. Let's do This episode was brought to you by Collective Beauty Skincare Studio, Christine Luisi. I personally love her. I've had a few people go to her now. They love her. Everyone leaves happy. At Collective Beauty Skincare Studio, they believe that everyone deserves to feel beautiful and confident in their own skin. Whether you're looking to combat signs of aging, clear up acne, get rid of unwanted facial hair, or just get silky smooth legs. I was about to show you my legs. Or simply pamper yourself with a relaxing facial. She's got great facials and machines that she uses. This treatment's for you. Go to Collective Beauty Skincare Studio in Malvern, New York on Long Island. If you mention Crusty Crystals, you get 25% off. That is a huge discount. So definitely check her out. Her number and website is in the bio of the podcast. Yeah, check her out. We love her. And we love you guys. Thanks again for being back at Crusty Crystals. We'll see you next time.